Tatiana, and Christmas is in 3 days. So, in honor of that, I will be showing you how to make an adorable Christmas cake. It's 2-tiered and it's awesome. This is my first time making a 2-tiered cake, so this is awesome. But before we get to the video, y'all should go down below and hit that subscribe button to see me every Friday. I upload new videos every Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, so y'all should definitely subscribe to my channel. Alright, now let's get on to the video.
Begin by leveling off both of your cakes. You can do this by using a cake leveler or a knife, how I'm doing it. You're going to want to frost your board to prevent your cakes from slipping and sliding. Then add your first cake, and then be sure to frost it and frost until you're happy with the amount of frosting that you use. Then add your second layer of cake on top. Then you're going to want to frost the entire cake, preparing it for fondant. Then you're going to want to roll out all of your fondant until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. Then take your fondant and drape it over the cake. Make sure to cover every single side that you possibly can, and make sure to do this as quick as possible to prevent your fondant from cracking. And then just smooth everything out until it is very smooth. Yes, that makes sense. Make sure to cut off your excess fondant from the bottom of the board. Make sure to insert cake dowels onto your cake to prevent the cake from sinking in. It's just to add extra support for the cake being added on top, and make sure to cut them up to level. Then add your frosting on the top of the cake to prevent the second cake from slipping and sliding, and then add your tiny cake to the top. To start off our reindeer cake display thingy, you will need a small amount of brown fondant, and then make sure to roll it into a fairly sized circle, and then using the palm of your hand, roll it into a log sort of shape. This will be the body of the reindeer. Then afterwards, you're going to want to take 4 slices and then roll them up to be like log-like, and then these are going to be like the bottom legs of the reindeer, so the hind legs. So my reindeer is going to be sitting down, so it'll look better and make more sense once you see what I'm talking about. You also want to do the same thing, create logs for the front legs. However, you want to make these longer because these are going to be dangling from the front, because this reindeer is sitting, and you know, it'll make more sense once you see the finished product because it'll look more relevant than the way I'm explaining it, so yeah. Up next is the head. So all you want to do is take a smaller amount of fondant than the body, and then again roll it up into a ball and then place it on top of the body. This is how your reindeer should be looking so far. Then you want to take a small amount of like brown fondant, lighter brown fondant, and then roll it up to look like a jelly bean, like so, and then place it on the face of the reindeer. This is going to act as the snout. Make sure to use water to glue it all together. Up next, we want to create some antlers, so just roll out the fondant and then like freehand the antlers, just like cut them out how I did, like so. Up next is his nose, so you need a very, very small amount of red fondant, and then you want to roll it up into a ball, because it's going to be his nose, it's going to be Rudolph, and then you want to place it on the snout of his face. And then afterwards you want to take your knife and then create indents underneath the nose for the mouth of the reindeer. And then afterwards you want to take some white fondant and then roll it up into small little balls. These will be used for the eyes. And then take an even smaller amount of blue fondant then place it on top of the white fondant. This will be the eye color of the reindeer. And then finally the pupil, so take an even smaller amount than the blue and the white fondant, and then place it onto the eyes, and then you want to glue these eyes onto his face using water. Up next is the snowman. So you want to take a very large amount of white fondant and then roll it up into a ball. Next, you want to take a twig or log, not a log, a stick, like I have it, and then place it in the middle of the white fondant ball. This will be used for support to hold the snowman's head later on and his hat. Up next, you want to roll up your white fondant, your second white fondant ball, and then place it on top. This will be the snowman's head. Up next, we want to place a stick like in the middle of the body just for support for the snowman's arms, because his snowmans are fairly heavy. The arms are the ones that I'm making. So to make the arms, I just want to roll out about a log, a small log, and then curve it and then place it on the twig how I did. Up next is his carrot nose. So you want to roll out a cone of fondant and then take a toothpick to create indents, and then also place it on the back of the fondant. This will be support to put on the snowman's face. So like you see right now, I'm inserting into the face. That's just easier so the nose does not fall off and it stays secure. Up next, you want to create the eyes of the snowman. So you'll just roll out a bunch of small little dots and then push them to make them flat, and then place them on the face of the snowman. Up next, you want to make 4 smaller dots for the mouth of the snowman, and then you want to place them, and then you want to make even smaller dots, which will be the buttons of the snowman. Up next, you want to roll out a small amount of fondant, very flat. This will be the base of the top hat of the snowman. Like, you know how Frosty has that top hat? Yeah, basically this is what that is. Then you want to take another piece of fondant and then roll it into a log and then place it on top of a smaller piece of fondant. Up next, roll a large strip of white fondant and red fondant. Then you're going to want to place them together and then twist them. Just go twist, twist, and twist.
The horse was lean and lank. Misfortune seemed his lot. We ran in.
Then you want to cut off a small amount and then place it around the snowman's neck. This will be his scarf. And then the other part of that snake strip, you want to wrap it around the hat just to cover up the seams and stuff. And then you want to place the hat onto the snowman's head. Up next are our presents. So you want green fondant for this, and then just cut up a bunch of little pieces and then push them to look like cubes, how I'm doing right now. Then you want to roll out a fairly amount of like yellow kind of fondant for like the sides of the gift, just to make it look like your basic gift from like cartoons and stuff. Then you want to use another piece of that snake, create a bow, and then place it on top of your gift. You want to repeat this for the next 5 gifts.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Up next, position your reindeer and snowman on top of the cake and then use water to glue them to the top. Then you want to cover up the seams of the cake, so you want to roll out a large snake of fondant and then use that to cover up the seams. So like right now I'm putting it on the top cake, and then next thing you know I'm going to put it on the bottom cake just to cover up any imperfections that I had while covering the cake in fondant. You'll then want to roll out a small size balls that are like, they look like peas basically. And then what you're going to do with these is that you're going to get a small amount and then just glue them onto the cake. Up next, position where you want your gifts to be on the cake. And then you're going to want to take some water and then secure them into place. And there you have your Christmas cake.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you guys like to leave me more suggestions on any videos, then make sure to leave me a comment down below. If you guys like to see more Christmas videos, make sure to click up here. If you guys like to see more of my videos in general, make sure to click down here. And if y'all haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to click the button that's right there. Just go ahead and click it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you all next week. Bye!